Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. This is entertainment purpose only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Watch out for scammers in the comments section. I am not reaching out. This is my disclaimer. I am not reaching out looking to do personal readings or trying to contact anyone. I thank you very, very much for the liking and subscribing. If you are watching Timeless Energy for the first time, by all means, if you enjoy the content, press like. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm a very small channel and need as much help as possible with the subscriptions. It helps, I believe, send out the video farther than it's going, and all that good stuff. So if you haven't, press the like and subscribe now. I will also go over that again at the end of the video. Now, I also appreciate the donations or the thought of the donations, but I had some issue with my computer. The older videos, these are timeless videos, and you can watch any of my videos, and it will work, because these are supposed to be timeless videos if they resonate with you. The thing about it is the older videos have in the description box the old email information for donations. This one, if you look in the description box, you will find an email that starts with the word harmony. That is the new email. The other email, I cannot access those donations and transfer them. So by all means, if you're planning on doing this through PayPal, look for the Harmony email address in the more recent videos. Okay, let me see what we've got. I have the Rider's Weight, and today I will be using, flew right out of the box. Just one of those energies. The holographic tarot. These are white, and they're really nice, and they're really pretty, but they're really, really glossy. They're somewhat hard to see, but I have my little handy pointer here. Sorry about the little disturbance with that flying across the table. We are limited with space. I had that open because I pulled them out. Okay, after that, I'm going to be clarifying. Let me adjust this so you can see it. Cats rule the earth. Okay, so my clarifier today is going to be the cats rule the earth. Actually, I actually love these cards. They were a gift. And the third step of my video is going to be Cosmic Oracle Tarots. So, I do the 3-card. Anybody that's watched me before knows that I'm going to do the 3-card, okay? Please bear with me when I shuffle, because, I'm going to have a couple of sections here where I'm going to shuffle. And you can fast forward if you want. I'm a little slow. I broke my glasses. And my vision right now, well, it wasn't good to begin with, but trust me, even with the glasses, I couldn't see very well. But when they got broken, seriously, working blindly as we speak. Okay, Spirit guide me, for the timeless energy, the message for the timeless energy. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Ask for protection from Archangel Michael and guidance. Spirit guide me with protection and guidance for the message for the timeless energy today. Okay, if you can see that, it's a little glossy. That's in reverse. It's the Judgment card. Okay, another card for the energies message today. Spirit, guide me. Another card for the energies message today. Spirit, guide me. Another card. Oh, that flipped right over. And this is the sun. We're in the upright here. Okay. One more card for the timeless energy message for today. Spirit, guide me. One more card for the timeless energy message for today. Oops, too many. One more card. One more card. Spirit, guide me. One more card. Spirit, guide me. One more card. Spirit, guide me. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. And that is in reverse. Okay. I smudged earlier. And I've got 4 cats. The smudging and the candles. I try to be a little bit on the careful side there. So let's look at what we're doing with today's basic beginner cards here. My first layer. Now the sun, the Judgment. The Judgment in reverse. Alienation of affection. Ooh. Possible delay. Alien of affection actually stuck right out at me. I don't know why. Because they have many different definitions. They have many, many definitions for all of the cards. That one actually hit me right in the face. We have, in reverse, the Judgment could be unwillingness to learn a karmic lesson. It could also be gossip, okay? Because, people do that. And with the Judgment energy in reverse, this is the crown chakra. All right? Now, the crown chakra is that you can adapt to changes. Now, I think you could also maybe talk without taking things personally. But the Judgment card is in reverse. And I'm not actually... My gut instinct says if the Judgment card is in reverse, the chakra definition might actually be backwards. So this situation with the Judgment in reverse might be that if you're having a conversation and something is said that triggers you, you might actually take it personally. And maybe you're not so quick to adjust to the changes that are going on around you. Now, this is going to be uploaded tonight. This is like 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is going to be coming out on the 20th. You can watch this video anytime and it could be applied because timeless energy is timeless. But this is going out on the 20th of October. And in reverse, we're dealing with the possibility of gossip, which is not something that's very easily proven. I mean, if you're really quick about catching on, people make mistakes. They might, accidentally reveal things in a conversation that kind of give you a clue, but maybe not all the details. With gossip, it's really, really hard to figure it out. You could be in denial. People around you talking about all kinds of things, and you could assume they're gossiping and they're not, Or you could just be going on your merry way, shutting all of that out, which is toxic and, by the way, low vibrational. But it could be going on around you. But this judgment in reverse is definitely learning a karmic lesson. Now, for the good or the bad, because it doesn't say anything about whether the karmic lesson is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. To be quite honest with you, it could be a 50-50 thing. With a judgment, now, a judgment card usually asks us to consider things that are important. In reverse, it could be a lack of self-awareness or self-absorption. Being self-absorbed. Okay. You know, we don't like to put those kind of labels on. Sometimes people are just very, very busy. But a lack of self-awareness, well, that could be dangerous. This energy, that could be dangerous. If you are not self-aware of the surroundings, you're not, up on top of that, okay? Or self-awareness meaning your inner self, in some cases. Some of us don't understand the choices that we make, the reactions that we have. We haven't, gone in to reflect. Or maybe we are in denial or don't know, ourselves well enough. Or in most cases, it's usually in denial. Things that we don't want to admit. But it could also be being very critical of yourself. And in reverse, the judgment already bringing up malicious gossip. Okay? All right. So there's a little bit of negative energy there. If it were not in reverse, it might be a person who could be a referee to get in the middle of a conflict. If it is in reverse, the person who's getting in the middle of a conflict, trying to be a referee, could be doing it for the wrong reasons, or could be actually making the problem worse. Whatever it is, the one that sticks out has with my attention would definitely be the karmic lesson. Well, sometimes we have learned something before, maybe in denial, maybe hoping for a better outcome, momsimus, making the same mistake over and over again, hoping for better results. And then you get your karmic lesson, and it reminds you that it's the same result that you got the last time. It was like I said, with the crown chakra, this here could possibly be a conversation where something sets you off or triggers you. Okay? And in this case, you are taking it personally. That does not mean that you say that you're taking it personally. Because people are very, very good at putting a mask on, especially if they're having conversations and they don't, really want to make a big deal out of something. Maybe they were wrong or whatever. But with this in reverse, maybe they're taking something personal and it wasn't meant that way. Or maybe they're taking something personal and it was meant that way. But this is self-criticism. This is possibly malicious gossip. And this is possibly taking things personally in a conversation. And you're not adapting very well. Okay. Now, we are in the Pluto energy with the Judgment card. When I did watch the Astrocast, but I didn't, I was trying to do, multitasking. So I'm not going to comment on any of that for this week, that I have to go back over it. But the Pluto energy is change. And with the Judgment in reverse, the crown chakra is you're not adapting very well. So maybe this energy, and this energy doesn't last forever. Maybe you're adapting to something that you're not having a comfort level with, or maybe it's going to be just a little minute, a day or two. You have just relearned a lesson. You already had the lesson before, and you were just reminded by something that was said or something that was done, that you've already learned this lesson before, and you should have remembered it the first time around. Okay. But the Pluto is change, transformation. This energy is long-term generational change, which means the implications of that would be whatever this energy is not going to be something you're going to remember. That you're going to forget. It's going to actually affect the decisions that you make, which might impact not only your life, but the lives of the other people around you, your friends and family. And not only during your lifetime, possibly the next generation that follows you. Long-term generational. And this is a twice learned, maybe 3 times learned lesson, or an impact where you took something personally, or maybe finally caught on. We're not all clueless, but you know what? Sometimes it's just nicer to be in denial. With the Pluto energy, the changes very highly pointing to being caused by some type of unexpected upheaval. And let's hope that energy doesn't apply to maybe some kind of horrible storm, or destruction. There's a lot going on in the world. We're not going to go into the news or the weather or anything like that, but hopefully this here, even though it's long-term or generational, the change is caused by some type of upheaval. And it could be as simple as an argument, but upheaval could be a very strong energy with the Pluto. As I'm not bringing up the Astrocast, but you know what? That is the first card of 3. So let's go on to the second card of today's Timeless Energy message and see if we can find some positive energy to add. The second center card is the Sun. Now, the Sun is in the upright, which is really, really good. The Sun is the solar chakra energy. Now, I am still trying to learn the chakras. I'm in the process of moving. Haven't really had the time. I have just basic notes. So I use basic, similar descriptions. I want to be fair. I'm letting you know that I am still learning the chakras, but I like using chakras as a clarifier energy. And as a center card with the Sun, it's the solar. And in the upright, you're prioritizing either your health, okay, the things that you think about could manifest. So it's a positive energy, all right? If you're thinking positive, hopefully, the things that you have in your energy can manifest with this chakra. Now, if your mindset has gone in the wrong direction, you could manifest things as well by thinking negatively. So we need to avoid thinking negatively with this energy and the solar chakra. You have the willpower to change anything in your life. And this is a really, really good thing. But the thing that you need to understand, if you're dealing with a chakra that says that you can manifest with this energy, it can be positive and it could be negative. It just depends on where your head is at. Now, the sun has everything to do with your potential, your identity, your ego. We couldn't make it more like defined than that. Now, the sun, if you're working towards a goal, the sun can reveal actually what's truly there. I want this first card saying that maybe the lesson you've learned before has come up to the surface again. That maybe the little bit of negative energy of maybe how you're taking something that's said or something that's done in maybe the wrong way. This negative energy here. With the sun energy, the sun reveals the truth. And like I said with that manifestation, this could be positive and this could be negative. So, revealing the truth, I mean, most people, it's much easier to avoid something that we don't want to see. Well, if this situation on this energy is revealing something that maybe you don't want to see, it's going to be the truth. You can be in denial as long as you want. But this energy is connected to your identity. And this truth is maybe something that you could be in denial about, or maybe something that you know about that has come up before and before and before, that you have just had it come back, and this is the lesson, the karmic lesson. Okay, this could be positive, this could be negative, just because it's the sun. It is revealing something. And we all have to take this, what I'm saying, on an individual level, because there are a lot of people that watch this video. So take that statement that the sun reveals something that you can't ignore, for the good, positive, or the bad, negative. And the manifestation energy. Now, going back again, not to like create any kind of massive negative energy. Self-criticism is very strong in the Judgment card in reverse. Malicious gossip could be very strong in the Judgment card in reverse. Either gossip that's done by you, or gossip that's done around you, or gossip that you have been in denial about. But the sun is revealing the energy of this. And this is a lesson that you've been through before. We know how many times this lesson has to be learned before you make the changes that are necessary. But we all want to be happy. And sometimes if the changes aren't possible, we either walk away, or we try again to make changes that aren't going to work, or we go back into denial again. And that's the bottom and the short of it. Because this has to do with your identity or your ego. This has to do about a lesson. This has to do with something that the sun is blatantly making clear as a bell. And you are not misunderstanding whatever somebody did or whatever somebody said. But you've been through this before. This is what I'm seeing. You've been through this before. Maybe not in the same situation, but in a similar situation with somebody else in the past. It is a lesson, a karmic lesson that is repeating itself. Now with the sun, because I have 3 suns, the sun is connected to this card here, the 4 of Pentacles. The sun card is also connected to the sun energy. So I've got 3 times the energy of the sun. And the only competitive energy in this message would be 1, the Pluto. Now, this is definitely your identity. Alright? With the sun, it is definitely expressing your identity through the family, through your family, through your home life. Alright, so we're back to choices. I know for a fact not everybody out there has a family. Some people make their own family. So your identity and your ego and how you express yourself and how you feel about yourself, the people around you that have interests that you have, the friends that you make who like you for whatever reason, okay. This identity is connected to what you enjoy to do, what you enjoy to talk about, the kind of people that you want to surround yourself that would be like a family to you. And they don't have to be relatives. They can be friends. So this identity is connected through the sun, revealing as bright as you could possibly make it. This is not an eclipse. Leaving no doubt that this friends or family group or the people that you are and the things that you do and all of this is connected to who you are or who you believe you are. If you are grounded, if you are following your own path, because there are many, many, many situations where we fit ourselves into a situation where we cannot be ourselves. But if you are following your own path, your identity has everything to do with what you do with your time and who you spend your time with. And with this Judgment card in reverse, one more time, long-term generational. Alright? Long-term generational. Alright? In the negative, this is the energy of taking things personally. In the negative, this is possible malicious gossip. In the negative. Alright. This is something that in the Sun card connects to the identity of who you are. The self-criticism of yourself. Okay? Being critical of yourself. Not being self-aware. Okay? And then here we have the sun. And we've got the sun 3 times. Blatantly shining a bright light on the truth. The things that you can't ignore. Connected to your identity. Alright. Now the third card in today's Timeless Energy message is the Four of Pentacles. Now, I've already said that this has the Sun energy. It also has the Capricorn energy, which is one of my favorite zodiacs. It's the throat chakra with this card. Now, this card is also in reverse, though. And see, with the throat chakra energy, the definition for that would be, you say, do, and think what makes you feel authentic. And this is in reverse. So with the throat chakra and this card being in reverse, you're not being authentic. You might be saying things or doing things because of peer pressure. Or you know who you are and you're not afraid to show it. Well, with peer pressure, maybe you know who you are, but you're definitely afraid to come out and be who you are. Because you're trying to fit in with a group. And that is what this is in reverse. Was again connected to the identity and your ego. And the group that you want to fit into. And the people that you want around you. And the things that you want to do with your time. Which also probably include this same group of people. We're looking at maybe peer pressure. We're looking at maybe what people that you consider as your family, even if they are not blood relatives. But this is where your comfort level is. This is where you fit in. This has to do with your identity. And with this energy here in reverse, you are not speaking out all the time about your truth or expressing yourself in an authentic way. With this Four of Pentacles energy in reverse, you have a fear of loss. Now, you could be financially careless because it is a pentacle energy. But there is a fear of loss, and we're not going to restrict that to pentacles because, to be quite honest, it's the only pentacle card. Now, one of the energies, though, with the Four of Pentacles is organization of things that are tangible. It's not necessarily money, but it could be belongings. It's a miser energy. It's definitely a miser energy. Where maybe you have to pull back for a little bit. Maybe you are overdoing it with the financial carelessness. And you need to pull this back a little bit. There are people that are natural born misers. Trust me. I have met numerous ones. I am in my 60s, and I could not shake a stick or even count the times that somebody has forgotten their wallet or accidentally allowed one person to pay for the entire group when they had their own money and did not contribute. This is a miser energy. In some cases, it's practical because maybe you want to be there as a part of the group, but you just don't have it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this miser energy could be deceptive. It could also have to do in romantic energy, how you're viewing a partner. being possessive of what belongs to a partner. And it was true enough that there are plenty of disputes and arguments that end up in court where somebody says, yeah, but you know what, I lived with him for 7 years and I might not have worked. But legally at that point, you didn't get married. But legally at that point, and I see a lot of that. I mean, there are, 700 bazillion people on the planet. There are some people that are really good at earning money and paying the bills, and there are some people that are good at doing the other things that create a partnership. There's nothing wrong with that. But with this miserly energy in reverse, it can be connected to a partnership. It's either careless spending in a partnership by one person and the miserly energy of the other partner going, we need to slow down a little bit. That could be. And we could go through these scenarios for the next 10 hours, but to be quite honest with you, I'm having a hard enough time getting the video uploaded. We're trying to kind of restrict it to an hour. Okay, so now you see with the sun energy, though, where we're dealing with the identity of who you are. And again, a recap on that. Who you like to spend your time with, the things that you like to do. But we are dealing here with the energy of you're not being authentically honest with either yourself or with the people around you because you want to fit in, peer pressure, or whatever the situation might be. And this also could have to do with a partnership or the handling of some kind of finance, although that is the only finance that I see in this message. Now the thing is, we have the clarifier cards. And to be honest with you, I love my cat deck. They are Rider Waite as far as the titles of the cards. They are definitely Rider Waite. But they have a unique definition that I really enjoy. They really do. So was always with the cat definitions, I don't know, was the true insight when the definitions were put down for this deck, which shows like a little bit of clarity that doesn't come out. And I try to stick as close as I can to accurate definitions. There is a little bit, I can't like put all of it out there. It would be like, whoa. What's the message, by the way? You mentioned a dozen things. No. There are things that come out, and I'll mention that. But with the cat deck, we're going to put one card. Right now, we're going to clarify the Judgment card. Spirit, guide me. Spirit, guide me. What is a clarifying card for the Judgment energy? Spirit, guide me. Oop. Okay, the clarifier for the Judgment card is the Six of Wands. I'm just going to prop this right here. Aren't they cute? I have 4 cats. One of them got into the garage. And to be honest with you, if that's what she wants to do, then fine. I think it's kind of silly. The food and water is in the house. The Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands with this card is in the upright. The Judgment card is in the reverse. Now, this is victory after some hard work or a difficult situation. It is some kind of recognition for some kind of achievement, okay? Or the recognition or a promotion of some type, or a change which elevates your status is very close. Okay? You could be getting some attention in the media, okay? It doesn't say fame here. I'm not seeing fame. I'm saying attention. Okay, so we're doing a tarot station. I'm going to upload this. Maybe I'll get a lot of likes. Or maybe I'll get a lot of shares. Or maybe I'll collect a couple new subscribers. The thing is, the word attention doesn't necessarily specify fame. But media attention. Some kind of contract or new promotion. Anything here that would be connected to putting in a little bit of work. It's signifying a victory, something that you've worked towards. And you might not have the victory rate just yet, but the energy of a tarot reading is defined about 4 to 7 days. And if you resonate with this and you watch this video 6 months from now, give this energy 4 to 7 days. Now the thing about it is, this victory, this personal satisfaction, being paired with the Judgment card in reverse. Well, didn't we just say malicious gossip? Or maybe like, maybe you're not self-aware, or maybe you're criticizing yourself too much. That could be it. Maybe you're criticizing yourself too much. Maybe you've worked really, really hard, and you've been really critical of yourself, and you don't see this energy of actually winning this recognition. It could be possible that you don't see it coming, but this signifies that there's going to be some kind of victory. Or some kind of attention in the media or something like that, social media or something like that. Oh, we're doing a lot of selfies and we're posting them up on social media. Okay, not a bad thing. Some people do that. Okay, now going to the next clarifying card. The Sun. Remember, we have 3 times the Sun energy. We need to clarify the center card, which is the Sun upright. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Archangel Michael, protection, please. And Spirit guide me for clarifying energy for the center card, the Sun, for the timeless energy message. Spirit guide me. Okay, that took a minute. The Ten of Swords is clarifying the Sun. Now, like I said, the Sun, remember, is the identity or the ego, and it has to do with maybe, alright, normally the Ten of Swords in the upright, oh yeah, backstabbing, betrayal, severing ties, the nail in the coffin. Well, that doesn't sound very good. The Ten of Swords, though, is actually in the upright. And this is a card of hard lessons. It's not possible at this point to go any lower or take any more. You're at the bottom, or you feel like you have totally hit rock bottom. Okay, there's always hope, there's always a way up, but you know what? In some cases, when you're feeling like you can't take anymore, you can just... Okay, it depends on where you are in your space, in your personal space. Okay, the darkest moments are the better teachers. And didn't we say here that there was a lesson? Maybe a lesson that you have had prior to this, once or twice before, but you plan to be on like denial, or that could not possibly happen again. There's no way. Or why does this keep happening to me? I just don't understand it. But it is a lesson that you've already lived through maybe more than twice. And here it is again. And you could not possibly go any lower or feel any worse. You just can't take any more. You're done. This is definitely the nail on the coffin. This is a time when the lesson is finally learned. And you couldn't make that statement any stronger, because to tell you the truth, that is the second time the message of a karmic lesson has been brought up on this card read. I couldn't possibly miss that message. And we as a sun being with your identity and your ego, every lesson is going to be different. If you're not resonating with this, do not make it your own. Individually, if you have learned a lesson and you are resonating with this, all the lessons will be different, and I couldn't possibly actually clarify what those lessons could be. It would take far too long. But these lessons, this is the final one. This is the nail on the top of the coffin. This is, I can't take any more. There is absolutely no way. I'm done. Walk. Goodbye. History. And it's not just that the lesson that you're dealing with, or that you've had this lesson before. Because if you've had the lesson before, it was with different people or with different situations. Maybe not the very same thing. So your reaction, if it's very, very strong, and I can't take this anymore, I can go through this again, there's no way, might take somebody back a step, because you know what? They are only dealing with the understanding of what you're going through on that particular day. They are not seeing that you have already been through this situation on numerous occasions in the past. So what this is basically saying is this lesson, this karmic lesson, you have done this before, and you just cannot even take the chance of repeating this cycle again. It's killing you. It is nipping all your creative energy, all your happiness, and all your potential right in the bud. And we are not talking about flowers. Okay. So, let's see if we have a clarifier card for the Four of Pentacles. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Moving right along here, because you know what? I do need to keep this. Oops. Too many cards. Do need to keep this at like about an hour. As nobody ever watches them anyways, I don't know why I worry. But you know what? They're harder to upload if they get really, really long. Okay. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. What's a clarifying energy for the Four of Pentacles? Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. What's a clarifying energy for the Four of Pentacles? A clarifying energy. A clarifying energy for the Four of Pentacles. And we came up with the Strength card. Well, that looks positive. And I love the cat card definitions. I really, really love the cat card definitions. But you know what? This energy of the Four of Pentacles, didn't we mention that this could be a partnership where somebody is not being careful enough with something that has to do with the financial security of? So you might have a miser energy here where somebody who's partnered up with somebody who's making a lot of mistakes or spending a lot of money, that somebody's going, well, whoa, let's pull that pony back a little bit. Okay, now, with the energy of the Strength, and this is in the upright, and we all face difficulties in our life. It could be any number of things. So if you don't resonate, do not overthink it or make it yours. But the hardest struggle in the real world is yourself. A lot of the stuff that you're dealing with is kind of in your head. And it is an overthinking energy, because I've already picked up on overthinking might not be such a good idea in the next 5 days. The Strength card is courage that we need to bring up to overcome anger or doubt. Okay? It's a reassurance. We need to reassure ourselves. And this could be the energy of something that's in our head. Because what is the Four of Pentacles? Maybe there's something going on. The Four of Pentacles is a fear of loss. The Four of Pentacles could be that you've been financially careless, or that somebody else has been financially careless. It does have to do with the Pentacle energy. And this card here has already brought to mind that this could be a partnership, because I see the Miser energy. So somebody's been careless and somebody's going miser, 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 and it's some kind of partnership or group or whatever the situation here. But it has to do with a fear, which is low vibrational. A fear of loss. A fear of what? A fear of the partnership continuing? Are you afraid of losing your partner over something that they want and can't have? That you might say, well, wait a minute, I can't do that right now, and they're going to walk out the door because of it? That's a fear of loss. That is not a fear of loss of what you've got in the bank, whether you've got enough to pay for it or not. That is a fear of loss that somebody who's going to act like because they can't have what they want, even though you're trying to be careful, because somebody is being irresponsible, and it has to do with the Pentacles. Usually in a partnership, that is actually a breaking point. It's like the nail in the coffin. Believe it or not, working together in a partnership, working together in a group, connecting with your identity, and this has to do with the Pentacles, the responsibility, and the Four of Pentacles with the strength. In this situation, basically, you have to overcome this fear. If it's a fear of loss and you're going to lose your friends, or you're going to lose your husband or your wife or whatever, if they can't get what they want, then your fear of loss is going to what? Shell out what you don't have, or put your financial stability at risk? This could be it. And the Strength card is saying, wait a minute, you need to get over your fear. This indicates that you have developed some kind of wisdom or understanding. Maybe even a self-understanding. So maybe you have had, in the beginning here, picked up on this negative energy, which could have been gossip. And you've gone inward. Because you were not self-aware. But here, it's saying maybe you've become self-aware. Maybe you're no longer at the mercy of your ego. You're no longer so willing to be pushed into something that you're not able to afford through peer pressure. Okay, the selfish urges and unrestrained or uncontrollable, or the spending or whatever it is that you've done, it has to do with money. Okay, this thing, if it's your choice and it's been your choice, you weren't aware you needed to figure this out. And now you're aware of what you're doing to yourself, which is kind of like a self-sabotaging kind of thing. So are you sabotaging your future by making choices that you make? Okay, and this has to do sometimes with the media, or how you look, has to do with your ego, has to do with your identity, how people perceive you as far as where you are on a social economic level. So the way that people look at you or see you on social media could be very important to you. And maybe it's not free, but you are now no longer lacking the understanding of the choices that you're making. Now you're very aware of the choices that you're making. And you have to find the self-control to deal with things a little honorably, a little closer to being honorable, okay? Which it doesn't mean that being generous or spending too much money or, really messing up the bank account isn't like, hey. But if you've got a miser energy here with a partner or a group that's pulling you back a little bit, or your self-reflection is going, hey, I'm really messing this up. I'm sabotaging everything. Okay. So now you're aware. You can realize your own creativity. You can now realize your own potential. And you're not being pulled back by ego, peer pressure, or the needs and wants of other people that are destroying whatever it is that you're trying to get to, your goal or your foundation or whatever it is. You are actually getting to the point that you're aware. And these choices could have always been your choices. You could have been self-sabotaging right along down the road. Or maybe you did it for very good reason in your own mind. Because it had to do with your identity, had to do with the friends that you made, had to do with family around you, had to do with how people looked at you, maybe through social media, and the appearances of stability or success, or at least looking like you got everything together. Alright? But this has to do with Pentacles. And there's been some self-sabotage here. And now, at this point, you're self-aware of the choices that have been made. And because you're self-aware, if you're making the choices or if somebody else is making the choices, you have the ability to put like a little bit of control into the situation. Okay. You're realizing that you have potential. Or maybe you've always known that you have potential. Okay? And there are many ways to get to point A and B or whatever. From point A to point B. Alright? But whatever it is here, the struggle in the Strength card is to face the fears. Alright? And what was the fear? What were you afraid of losing? If you were afraid of losing the group of people that you hang around with, if you stopped being generous and paying for everything, but the wife or the husband has been saying, wait a minute, honey, you know what, we have to do this and this and this, and okay, we need to find a balance here. Okay, so now you're aware of what the choices were that were being made. And how, like, sabotaging, self-sabotaging. On the other hand, the way you see things and the way another person sees things might not always be the same. This is the message that I see, though. This message has to do with your identity and your ego. And if it's your family, it doesn't need to be your blood family. It could be a family that is not your blood. It could be in-laws. It could be a family that you made yourself, that was created by close friends that have things in common with you, that you trust and love unconditionally. But whatever it is that's going on here, at this point where you were not aware before, you are aware now. And there needs to be a little bit of self-control. And you can be creative, and you do have potential, and things will work out. Now, we are definitely out of time. So we're going to pull the Cosmic Insights. Alright, now the Cosmic Insights, I love these cards. I used them a couple of times when I first, these were a gift, and I really, really like them. I'm only gonna pull one, because we've gone over my hour, like, little bubble there, my little hour bubble. I was already having uploading issues because, there we go. You're dealing with an earth sign. That is my insight here. My cosmic insight. Whoever this message is for does not necessarily have to be an earth sign. But you're dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Whoever you are, and you could be in any zodiac. Or you could be highly aspected in any one of these, if you want to flip it around and make, resonate, whatever. But what I'm seeing is you're dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And that is your cosmic insight. I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Timeless Energy. It's only like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Please remember, in the description box, there is an email address that links to PayPal. The older timeless energies are timeless. The videos are perfectly good to watch. But the older timeless energy videos will have the old email. The new email in the description box starts with the word harmony. I cannot retrieve any donations from the first email, which starts with Barbara, which is my name. Not until I get something fixed with, the computer. So we had to change that. And it was really, really appreciate your time. Please, if you haven't done it already, help me with a subscribe and help me with a like. It helps my channel grow and it helps it go out farther. I do appreciate, again, your time. Come back anytime you want. I will be breaking down this video into edited shorts, which I do post occasionally. I get the viewers more. You can link from the short to the original video, no matter when I pull up the edit from whatever part. You can go back to the original video from the edit. But I will be breaking this down in edits, and you will see those often as well. Thank you very much, and come back again to visit me. This is Barbara. Have a nice day.